Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John. This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. You only live once. Where we are here just leaving Nipton. We are at 294 out of 305 hit points, according to the true hit point counter that we'll be using from now on. And we are heading up towards Novac, which is not an easy trip. It is not an easy trip at all. And first things first, I'm going to keep an eye out because for some reason, I've got in my memory, I always go, when I'm going up here towards this bit up here, I always avoid the road. Because for some reason, I think there's mines on the road. And I don't know why. I swear, I think there's mines on this road, but I can't see any. Anyway, never mind. So today we're heading up towards Novac, and kind of as I've implied, things are going to get more difficult as we go along. And we're going to start off in quite dramatic fashion today, because as those of you who know the game will know well, I'm walking straight into an ambush right now, which is this area around here. There is going to be an ambush. Luckily, it is an ambush where we can ambush the ambusher. So the ambusher should become the ambushee or something. Anyway, yes, we can, however, hide up here. You can see one of the ambushers up there already, but for some reason they've got really bad vision, so they won't see me while I'm hidden. So let's just loot quickly. So as I said there, you can see the first person right up there. That one is the easiest one of all to take care of, especially if you've got a scoped weapon, but honestly you don't even need one, but never mind. Bye-bye. That person had a knife. The person was holding a knife. They're the person on top of a mountain handling an ambush. Oh no! Oh, poor person. Now the next bit. Ooh, this worries me. The next bit worries me because there's going to be a person. They're not on my compass mark yet, but there's a person. Can I get a view of them with the camera? No, I can't. There's a person kind of hidden behind that rock, and a proportion of the time, that person has a grenade launcher. So that person unnerves me. As a result, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and climb this cliff a little bit to see if I can get a clear line of sight at that guy. To see if I can snipe him out. There's also two people on top of this cliff, but I really kind of want to avoid them because they can be a little bit dangerous. So I want to just snipe that guy and then just sneak on past, and hopefully no one will see me. There you go, that's those two guys. But I really don't want to cause trouble with them. I just want to snipe off this one guy. Can I get a clear line of sight? No, I can't. Ugh. Okay, that's annoying. So there's these two guys here, but I'm really nervous about shooting either of them, because if one of them dies, the other one will obviously know where I am. But I cannot get a good line of sight of the guy who's hidden behind that rock. Very frustrating. So I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to take a shot at one of those guys. And as you can see, there's two of them. And the more feeble one is unfortunately standing in the way, kind of blocking the more dangerous one who's got the 10mm pistol. And at this range, it's going to be really hard for me to figure out who I'm shooting, but I'm going to take a shot. Who did I hit? Oh, I got the weaker one. I got the weaker one. That is a shame. You know what? Just go. Finish him off. Oh. Okay, that was by far the best thing I could have done, just finishing him off while he was still confused and looking around and picking stuff off his friend's corpse. Because that means, with both of them dead, I'll be able to go around to a position where I do have line of sight of one of the guys who's on the road, and that will clear out this ambush, because this ambush is actually quite nasty. And there's the last gunslinger down on the road. And it looks like he was holding a 9mm submachine gun, which is very useful for me. I can get some use out of that. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly loot all three of their corpses. Just want to draw attention to the fact that, yeah, this was three raiders engaging in an ambush from a cliff top. That guy over there was holding a knife. This person had no weapon at all, aside from some noodles. This person had a tire iron. These were the weapons they were planning to use for the cliff top ambush. So with that ambush out of the way, there now should be not a problem for me for a little bit. I should now have a pretty clear line up the road. You sometimes run into some Legion mongrels who cross the road here, but I'm pretty sure they're never hostile. It's kind of odd how Legion mongrels work. I'm not entirely sure, because obviously the ones you run into in Nipton Town Hall are never not hostile. They will always be hostile. They'll always attack you, no matter what faction you're at. So even if you're like a really good friend of the Legion, they will attack you. Whereas you'll run into some dogs here sometimes who'll just be crossing this road. And they will just never attack you. They'll always be neutral. Or at least, actually, that used to happen. I think that might have been something that was patched out at some point or fixed. Because when I first played this game, I swear, every time I was up here, 2 dogs would just walk past me and then cross the road and head up towards here. But actually, if I remember correctly, that actually hasn't happened for a few playthroughs. So maybe that was something that was actually just a mistake and it got patched. So, here we are at Wolfhorn Ranch, which is, of course, actually where good old Ulysses actually briefly lived, though there's not much to reveal that. I'm just going to quickly pop inside, and that's mainly for the loot, because there's this thing called the Chopper, which I won't be using, because it's not even that great. Yeah, damage 10, bonus limb damage, DPS 38, it's not bad, but, you know, when will I be using a melee weapon? If I'm using a melee weapon, I've already failed, really, so, yeah, we'll leave that for now. And after just quickly finishing off some crows. There we go. I've waited till morning, by the way, because I want to do this next section all in a single day, and I do not want to be doing it at night when it's dark. So we're going to be heading up towards the bridge, where the merchants will pop into existence, obviously, any second now. Come on. There they go. Merchants pop into existence. And, okay, we're just going to quickly do some trading with them. I've got a bit of stuff to sell. So let's just clear out some space with those guys. So we've just sold some stuff, and this is a very good time to talk about factions, given, as you're probably well aware, oh hello, NCR have randomly spawned here. That's extremely useful, because, as you're probably well aware, there are some Legion here, and the Legion are going to take part in an ambush. Or at least they're going to try to. They'd fail normally anyway, but they're going to fail even harder with an NCR to draw the fire and also throw a bit of extra DPS at them. How's that NCR person doing? Is he doing alright? Oh yeah, that NCR trooper's actually tanking pretty well. He is going to tank a load of damage, so the traders, who are, I'm not sure quite why, but they're automatically hostile to the Legion. So they will easily tear that Legion person apart. Yeah, easily, absolutely destroyed. This has been an absolute walkover thanks to that NCR. Why is there an NCR here? I'm not sure why there's an NCR person here. There isn't normally. I'm just going to quickly, I'm just going to search the bodies while they're doing that. I kind of feel a bit sorry for the Legion on this particular occasion. Wow. Wow, okay. Now, oh, they're not done. They were going for a pursuit. So this is supposed to be quite a close fight. In fact, normally in my experience, what happens during this fight is, the Legion will normally kill one of the bodyguards or one of the merchants. They normally don't get more than 1 kill off, but I think the merchants do typically win this fight. But not this time. This time it was an utter massacre, which is great because you can just strip all the bodies while you're waiting and then immediately sell all the stuff onto the merchants who actually did the work. So where's the guy who still has money? You still have money.
Hey there, need anything?
I'd like to sell you your own spoils of war. And one thing I missed for ages when I was doing this game, after the fight's over, there is a bright follower over here. He is very often carrying a very good weapon. Here we go. Plasma rifle. Your first plasma rifle of the game. 23 damage. You're not going to have much better than that. And some good ammo too. He's wearing awful armor. Don't bother with the armor. But plasma rifle, that is so worth bothering with this early in the game. That is amazing this early in the game. And having done a little run around, these guys will now proceed on their happy little way. I don't know where that NCR guy went. Because he did survive. He definitely survived. Never seen an NCR guy spawn there before. That's great. He was useful. So these guys are now going to basically wander on a trip up to Novac. I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to stick with them because there is yet another flipping ambush before we actually get to Novac. There's going to be a third ambush, this time by more raiders. So, ooh, hello. You are the most dapper mercenary I have ever seen. My goodness, you have literally perfect hair. Wow. Wow. All right, brilliant. Yes, there's a third ambush, and we'll get to that in a second. So while we're on our way there, this is a very good time for me to have a quick chat to you about what I'm going to do in terms of factions and how factions work in this game. So I think there's a lot of misconception about how factions work in this game. People often assume in this game that factions work on a bit of a spectrum, which is people either like you or they hate you. Not true. It is not a sliding scale. In fact, there are two entirely different bars that are maintained at any given moment in this game. There is your bar for how much people like you, and a bar for how much people hate you. And just a damn thing nudging me along there. There we are. Let's get you out of the way. Both bars start at 1, i.e. you've not done anything. They've basically not heard of you. And that means you start off neutral to every faction. If you do good things for a faction, then your bar of good things will go up to 2. So you'll be good 2 to -1. And that means the faction will like you. If you do some bad things to that faction, you'll then be on good 2 to -2, and you'll be back to neutral again. Then, if you do more good things, you'll be back to 3 good to 2 bad. And that means the faction's positive to you again. And it doesn't matter if you do negative things. You can do negative things as much as you want, as long as you've done more positive things. As long as they like you more than they hate you, you'll still say positive to any given faction. And that's really, really important, because that is basically going to be how I'm going to try, I don't actually know exactly how you do it, but I'm going to try to avoid ever having Legion hit squads come after me. Which is, I'm going to try and get myself so liked by both the NCR and by the Legion that even when I stop working with one or both of them, they won't actually send hit squads after me anymore. They'll decide that, you know, I should still be a friend of theirs. Oh, hello. Where's your other mercenary? Did one of your mercenaries die and I just didn't see? That's a shame if so, because mercenaries would have good stuff on them. Okay, so there's going to be an ambush up here, but they're going to trigger it and hopefully deal with it. And if I can, I will help, because I want these guys to just I just want these guys to still be around. In fact, where's the other Brahmin gone too? I swear there should be 2 Brahmin. There should be 2 merchants, 2 Brahmin, and 2 mercenaries. But I don't know, maybe one of the mercenaries has just stolen a Brahmin and just decided to go on their own merry way. But aha, you can see the red on the compass marker there. They know what's going on. They know what's happening. There we go. I think I just sniped one of them. I think the trader's going to deal with these guys nice and easily. Yep. Absolutely annihilated. Good, good. It's another ambush that occurred with no weapons. That guy just had a fork on him. This guy, yep, this guy had a knife. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. It's more flipping ambushes being conducted by people who don't actually have weapons. So, okay, so this convoy is going very, very nicely indeed. Dead scorpion there. There are also some enemies over this way by the tunnel. I could try and lure them in. I don't really want to though, because there's actually quite a lot of enemies over there. You can see a few of them. Oh, hello. Who are you firing at? Are you trying to fire at more Legion? Oh, wow. They just annihilate. These guys do not need to be worried. The Legion and their pet mole rats. The Legion and their mole rats stand no flipping chance against these guys. Excellent. And the Legion person explodes. Excellent. I'm working the assumption, therefore, these guys must be NCR. These guys must be NCR traders, given what's just happening here. I might, you know, maybe I'll take a little bit of a snipe at these guys if I can hit a couple of them. Let's see if I can hit it. Let's see if I can hit one. Yep, good shot. In fact, I just hit someone so far away the texture under the ground under them hadn't loaded yet. Now I'm just going to stay down here. I do not want to actually be shot at. There we are. I think I took out 2 gunslingers over there. I think that's good enough. I don't want to cause more trouble. Don't want to cause too much trouble here. And I think that is pretty much the end of the trouble that we ought to run into on the way to Novac. Pretty sure anyway. But I think we're good. I think we're good. Once we've made it to Ranger Station Charlie, we should be alright for the minute. I feel like these guys have found more fights they want to pick. These are the most warlike merchants I've... Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, these guys have found more... Oh, blimey. That was just 3 HP damage. That was just 3 HP damage. Damn it. Ugh. Okay, while they're just finishing those bastards off, I just want to confirm how we're going to be actually doing this going forward. It was actually quite a pain to add the true health counter onto the video during the whole video last time. So what I'm going to do is, every time I level up, I'm going to put the true health counter on. And then after that, I'm just going to only do it when I take damage, level up, and at the beginning of end of each episode. Oh, were these guys much tougher than the other Legion? Oh no, they weren't that much tougher, but they were able to win. Excellent. All right. Oh well. May your head roll forever. Oh, we actually got a yep. There we go. We've got a perpetually rolling head. So the Legion have just come along and murdered all the NCR traders, but they left the Brahmin be. I feel kind of sorry for the Brahmin. He looks really sad. Alright, this ranger station is not doing its job. Over here, some NCR merchants were just passing by inside the ranger station, and they got ambushed by Legion and murdered. Oh well. So anyway, I've got this as a fast travel location, and that means before I go on to Novac, there's actually one other thing I want to do that's actually very, very important. So I fast travel back to the bridge where the first Legion ambush happened, and now I'm going to head out eastward. You can see kind of Searchlight over there in the distance, but I'm not actually going for Searchlight, and you can see the Legion raid camp is right there, but again, I'm not going for them. Instead, I need to get myself properly armed for this run, and there is a very important weapon I really feel like I need. Obviously, I'm not causing trouble with the Legion camp up there. In fact, actually, the Legion are going to be quite useful to me, because as long as I stay more positive than negative, and ultimately I end up so positive with them that they don't send hit squads after me, the Legion will be quite useful, because the Legion will attack raiders and all sorts of things. The roads will be safer because the Legion are on them, and I apologise if I actually sound like, you know, a Legion sympathiser as a result of saying that. Now, this very important location I'm coming up on, Block Flower Cave. So here we are in Block Flower Cave, and there is a weapon I want in this cave. However, there are also enemies, and there's also quite a bit of radiation. And I've already said, I'm not going to be curing radiation, so I need to balance two things. I've got to get in and get back out again without taking too much radiation damage, and I've also got to not rush it so much I get bitten. Because I've already lost 3 flipping hit points just in splash damage so far this part, and I certainly don't want to take any more, so... Okay, let's go deal with this. So here we are inside Block Flower Cavern, and just in case you're not familiar with this area, do not think just because the enemies are rats, that means this is really, really easy. It's really, really not. Rats are... They will do a lot of damage. These guys will tear me apart. My only chance is to get a good, solid hit in on them, and then actually back off, and then hope I can hit them with enough 9mm ammo by switching to the submachine gun to take them down before they close the distance. Rats will utterly destroy me, and I'm kind of half tempted to go with a stealth boy, quite frankly. I might do on the way out. Where is this rat? There's a rat over somewhere. Maybe it hasn't seen me yet. Okay, just go past. Just go past. Go past the rat. We're taking the right-hand branch because we're going for a gun. We're going for a gun called, appropriately enough, the Rat Slayer. That's all that we want. We just want that gun. Then we want to get the hell out of here. We shouldn't have to face more than 4, I think 4 rats, maybe 5. Because the majority of the rats are down the other path where there's some different loot that I do not care enough about to go after. First time we ought to run into trouble is when we hit a big cavern here. Yes, okay. And even now we shouldn't actually run into that much trouble. I don't think the rats generally come into this area. The rats generally are in the passageway beyond it. There's radiation in here, but not that much. Not really a problem yet. I'm going to change to my cowboy repeater to try and hopefully get my first shot off with that. Okay. Straight through, straight through. Is there any radiation in here? Don't know. Ooh. No radiation, which is good. That means I can take my time and go very slowly. For some reason, rats have a really good perception in this game. They will see you. They will see you. Come on, I need to get that first hit off. Where is the rat? He's gone further in. I know there's a rat in here. It's unnerving me that there's not, quite frankly. I'm just going to leave mines for him. Mines, mines, mines. Okay, back off out of the radiation. And back to the cowboy repeater. Mines get him. Now just finish him off with VATS. Okay, and we are in caution now. We're in caution, not spotted. Okay, now stealth boy. I know I've only got 2 stealth boys, but I need to. Ooh, need to pop some Rad-X. There we go. That's some Rad-X popped. Now, there is one more rat up here. One more rat. Standing right there in the entranceway. Oh, he's very in the way. But I have throwing spear I picked up off the Legion. Blend that with a nice dose of Psycho. And we have ourselves one dead rat. Silently killed. There's one more in here. I've got more spears yet. I'm still invisible. Come on. Where are you? Where are you? Where the hell is he? Oh, he's back there. I don't care. If he's back there, get the rat slayer. Get out. Just get out. Just leave. Just leave. Don't care about the radiation. Do not care about the radiation. Just go. Back this way. There might be rats who have shown up to investigate in that caution I was in from earlier. There may be rats who have come back this way. Oh god, we might have done it. We might have actually done it. Come on, back out. Nice and quick. No easy, no trouble. I can't see any red on the map. I'm sad I had to use a stealth boy there, but I feel like it was worth it. I feel like this has been worth it. Come on. Straight out. No trouble. The stealth boy's apparently worn off, but I think we're at the exit. Okay, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh god, yes. Whew. So, let's admire the prize, shall we? So, say hello to the Rat Slayer, the unique variant of the varmint rifle in this game. And as you probably are looking at it, you're probably thinking, well, John, that's not that impressive at all. 21 damage, you've got guns that do better than that already. Well, couple of things particularly noteworthy about the Rat Slayer. Firstly, it comes with all of the perks that a varmint rifle can have anyway. So, as you can kind of see here, it is already silenced, as well as having a night scope built in. So it's got that. It's a bit cooler looking than a normal varmint rifle, I think, if it's got a bit of a black paint job. But more importantly, it has a really, really high level... it has a really high damage multiplier. Like, a huge damage multiplier. I think it's 5 times. If you get a sneak attack critical, normally you do 2x damage. This thing does like 5x damage with a sneak attack critical. It is flipping amazing. And there are some NCR running around over here. So I'm just going to go with these guys, because I'm kind of curious to see what what trouble they're about to get themselves into. So we took no damage, but we are up to 6 rads. So hardly a disaster. Hardly a major problem at all. In fact, I think we are okay with that state of affairs. Yep, pretty sure those guys are just heading back to Searchlight. So let's be on our way, shall we? So I've just made my way back to Ranger Station Charlie there, and we are now going to head into Prim proper. But on the way, something really actually quite good that's really easy to miss. There is a motorcycle crash in this neck of the woods, where there is a fallen motorcycle and a bloke with a motorcycle helmet. The metal helmet, or motorcycle helmet really, that he's wearing is actually really damn good. Right now it's only a damage threshold of 2, but that's as good as your best NCR helmet, and any of the Legion helmets you'll have picked up will also only be 2. This thing, if you just get it repaired by someone, is actually pretty darn good. In fact, it'll probably be the best helmet that you're actually going to have for a little while. So that is so worth hanging on to. So yeah, really interesting little thing that's there. And here we are in Novac. Magnificent that we have made it here. Good stuff. Cost us 3 hit points. We got hit by splash damage from a damn Legion Dynamite for 3 hit points. That was a waste. We didn't need to have taken that damage. We could have avoided it. So, you know, that's my fault. Now, if you'll excuse me, I just need to do a little bit of looting around town. Oop, and it seems my looting has pushed me into level 7. So, let's keep that sneak moving upwards very, very importantly. Let's keep those guns moving upwards. Science needs to start moving upwards a little bit too, I think. Yes. But if I get lockpick up to 55, then if I need to, I can get my lockpick up to hard locks using a locksmith reader. So that is a good thing to prioritize, I think. Beautiful. Yep, sorry that. I just accidentally, very anticlimactically, by randomly unlocking and stealing things, pushed myself to level 7. And here's Victor, of course. I missed this guy so many playthroughs. Like, obviously, when you come to Novac, he's supposed to be standing right here, but because, like, you come from this angle and he's hiding behind the sign, so many playthroughs, I just didn't realise he was here. But yeah, the whole point is you're supposed to run into him here. Hello, Victor. Now, a quick bit of shopping to do. Here's Cliff Briscoe. Hello, Cliff. I'm going to buy a Power Fist, the Gunrunner's Arsenal Power Fist, because, yeah, being able to do 41 damage, if I need to do sneak attacks, that will be useful. Ooh, he's also got the upgrade for +8 damage to the Power Fist. Yeah, I'm going to take that too. You know, it's quite expensive, but I do want that. And he's also got the increases rate of fire for the Cowboy Repeater, so I'll also take that. So this is going to pretty much clear me out of money. But I've got things I can sell, fortunately. Like all these lovely stim packs I don't actually need. There we are. All but one cap gone, never mind. And that means that sadly, he had this wonderful weapon called that gun. And that means, sadly, I can't ever get that gun. Which is very, very tragic. It's so sad, because it's a lovely weapon, that gun. And I'd love to have that gun, but I can't, because I just can't. Oh, bloody hell. Don't spend too long in here, though, John. It's radio flipping active. There we go, and yeah, so that gun, sad, we'd love to have that, we can't have that because radiation and money, and I have to go now, bye. So, here we are up in the mouth of the dinosaur, and obviously we have got Manny. So obviously we can ask Manny about the man in check and coat, but would you believe it, I have a feeling that he is going to ask us to clear out the ghouls from the Repcon test site before he will help us. And I think I will agree to do what I can do about that. And that begins, come fly with me. So, that is the main quest from Novac we've received. And then if I just wait up in the mouth of the dinosaur, another hour should do it. There's Boone. And then we can pick up the other main quest from Novac.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Oh, Boone, chill out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure that you would like me to find who sold your wife into slavery. And I'm sure if I've got speech 41... fortunately, I can pass a quick speech check for some free experience.
Yeah, well.
So, there we are. Got one for my baby too. And while I just grab the evidence from the safe in the office of the Dino Delight, I just want to quickly kind of go into what my view on companions is going to be in this run. So a few people have asked that in the comments. Just so you know, I will be avoiding companions as much as I can, because in the same way as my Fallout New Vegas no-kill run, I think companions make this game a bit too easy. I mean, I think it's really cheating to kind of go saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a no-kill run, but I'm just going to let Boone and, you know, Rex murder everything. In the same way that it's pretty easy to not take damage in this game when you're, you know, you've got those guys doing everything. So I'll try and do the companion quests if I can, but other than that, I won't be travelling with them. And just, you know, the thing I love about this room, lots of stuff from Fallout 3 is in this office. You'll notice that this is one of the few appearances of Captain Cosmos. You'll also find sugar bombs mentioned, and I think the only mention in the Hall of Fallout New Vegas of the Giddy Up Buttercup, and of course the House of Scares, which was another one of the loading screens from Fallout 3. For some reason, all the posters that were in Fallout 3 as loading screens in Dot Around Fallout 3, they're all in here, which I think is kind of cool. This quest, by the way, in case you don't know this game particularly well, this is basically Boone's looking for the person who sold his wife into slavery. I've just picked up a bill of sale from that safe, which proves it was Jeannie Mae Crawford that did it. Shock horror, the lovely Jeannie Mae Crawford, in fact, sold Boone's wife into slavery, together with his unborn child. And Boone has asked me to lead the person who did it out in front of the dinosaur, which leads to this rather odd moment where you can go into Jeannie Mae Crawford's house at night when she's already gone to bed. Then she'll say, yep, awful late to be dropping in, and you can just say, come with me, there's something you should see in front of the dinosaur. And rather than saying, what on earth do you need me to come right now in the middle of the night when you've just got me out of bed to see in front of a dinosaur? Can this not wait till morning? Instead she replies,
okay, if that's what you think.
Indeed she does. And in fact, not only does she go, but she actually goes really quite conveniently fast. She walks at like double the pace of a normal person, because otherwise the game knows it would be kind of annoying. So because Boone also said, when I'd found the person, to put on his little hat, we will put on his natty little beret and lead Jeannie Mae Crawford out in front of the dinosaur, and she will head on her own way. I just love how you can just kind of say to her, oh yeah, go in front of the dinosaur. She'll be like, alright, sure, middle of the night, I'm asleep, why not, eh? I think, just feel like, you know, you should have to pass a speech check to lie, or else you should kind of, you know, be forced to wait, or, you know, something. I feel like, you know, there should have been some kind of speech check. But anyway, in just a second, her head will be replaced by a not head. And there it goes. Interestingly, you could take her glasses. I feel like given her head just shattered, the glasses shouldn't really be in particularly good shape. But never mind, whatever. Anyway, with her dead, we can now quickly return to Boone. And have a word with Boone.
How did you know?
And I found the bill of sale. I didn't actually read it incidentally, but in this universe it's just kind of assumed that I must have read it.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It'd be like them to keep paperwork.
And there's a really easy 250 hit experience points plus 100 caps. So there we are. I just quickly recruited Boone as a companion, then immediately dismissed him because I wanted to get the first recon beret that he gives you, because that is +1 perception and critical chance +5. Meaning it's actually quite a good thing to be wearing, because the critical chance is good. If I'm in a tight spot and desperately need to land criticals to, you know, survive, then I could do it that way. So that is good. Actually, you know, I was wrong. Look, there's all these Fallout 3 posters in here as well. For some reason, there's loads of Fallout 3 related posters all around Novac. And just one more thing I want to do this part within Novac itself for a rather weird reason, I'll admit. Firstly, Cliff Briscoe's house. He's here at night, but if he's sitting on the sofa, he's easy enough to avoid. And if he is, then you can open his gun case for some good ammo. Most importantly, a hunting rifle. Possibly the first hunting rifle you'll have found in this game. Hunting rifle is a fantastic weapon, so very worth having. So this kind man has donated both that gun and a hunting rifle to you. People always kind of say, oh, Cliff Briscoe, remember to steal that gun. That gun isn't that great. The hunting rifle in his gun case in his house, that's way better. Always prioritise that. And then right next door to him, there is Ranger Andy's bungalow. And he'll have a DC Journal of Internal Medicine on his bed, which, well, if you're not doing this rule set, could one day be of use. But I'm gonna steal it and use it anyway, because in all fairness, medicine might be useful to me if I'm like doing medicine on behalf of other people later in the game. If I'm like helping out in various infirmaries. So he's worried about his NCR friends over at Ranger Base Charlie, which we passed earlier. Which, interestingly, of course, we didn't actually nip into at the time. But you can say, would you feel better if I checked on your NCR friends for you?
No. They're gonna think I'm having trouble letting...
And, you know, he'll initially be a little bit awkward about it.
Hey, wait a sec. I know what I said, but if you find yourself by Ranger Station Charlie, let me know what you find. I'd be interested.
So, yes, actually, he does come round in the end and says he does want to know what's going on at Ranger Station Charlie. So, we may as well actually take this opportunity to go and visit it. Actually, you know what? I forgot to install the little bonuses I got. So, mod this with the cap there. So that is now, my Power Fist now does, what is that? 49 damage a hit. Even though obviously I don't actually have the strength or the unarmed requirement for it, that's still pretty damn powerful. Meanwhile, I've now applied the increased rate of fire for my cowboy repeater. So that's now up to 53 DPS. That is pretty darn good, I think. So, that is positive. I've also waited till morning, just so, you know, things are a little bit more light out. So now I'm just going to nip back to Ranger Station Charlie. I will see you there. So we make our way back to Camp Charlie, this NCR stronghold, but would you believe there is a little bit of a twist happening right now, which is if we wander inside, there doesn't appear to be any rangers about or anything like that. Even though this is a ranger station, there don't appear to actually be there doesn't actually seem to be anyone around, in fact. So a little bit worrying that we were sent by Ranger Andy to see how all the rangers were doing at this station. There don't seem to be any rangers here. So if you just head into the station itself, unfortunately there are bloodstains everywhere and a lot of dead rangers. And the reason I came to this place is it's a Legion ambushed area. And like all Legion ambushed area, they have left mines all over the place. And mines are great, so I want to get these mines. There we are. Getting a little bit less, panicked about mines, fortunately. And the Legion have left this here note. Ranger Station, Charlie Audio Log 2. One is down there. One is literally just a Ranger griping about how bored he is and how he hopes something exciting happens soon. And he hopes the Rangers get back soon. 2 is the more interesting one. If I just get that mine first. Yep.
This is a message to the NCR from Legion. We are coming for you. Run, and we will catch you. Hide, and we will find you. No matter what you do, you are all going to die. We took one of the women alive.
Creepy to my mind, that message. It's one of the creepiest little audio tapes in New Vegas to mine. Just that final little statement at the end. We took one of the women alive. Really damn creepy. Anyway, obviously they've booby-trapped everything, and I need to be really careful, because this is actually this one's a really difficult one to actually do properly. So I'm not going to take the risk of trying to disarm that. Instead, I'm just going to snipe out that. I'm going to snipe out that canister to trigger the trap. There we go. So as for why I came in here, yeah, I did pretty much kind of just want the. I kind of just wanted the mines. I couldn't remember exactly how many mines were laid here, but I got the feeling it was, at least a few. So I think it was 2 in the end. There were 2 under each of the actual soldiers in the front room. So, you know what? That's all right. That's not too bad. Rather frustrating, neither of these guys have dog tags on them, which is a shame. I'm looking to collect dog tags. I'll go into why when it kind of becomes relevant, but dog tags will be important to me this run. So, time to tell Ranger Andy the unfortunate truth that the Rangers are all dead.
Well, thanks for telling me. I know that knowledge didn't come without risk. Tell you what, I'll pay for what you did, but I'll do you one better too. There's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet. Saved my butt a bunch of times, maybe it will for you too. Let me show you how it's done.
So, that's what you get for that quest, which is well worth having. NCR fame, Novac fame, 100 bottle caps, but possibly most importantly of all, as well as obviously the 2 mines I picked up, the Ranger takedown. So, basically, yes, when you are unarmed, or I think actually using any unarmed weapon, it's not actually just an armed, it's any unarmed or any unarmed weapon, so the power fist is fine. Then when you're moving backwards, you'll do a drop kick that is pretty much guaranteed to knock an opponent off their feet, which is really, really useful. If I'm cornered, that will be immensely useful for buying me some time to run. So that will be very, very good. And I've become to be accepted by the NCR. Okay, this feeds into what I was saying earlier in terms of reputation. What that means is my negative NCR is still at 1. I've not done anything negative to the NCR. My positive NCR has become 2, which means I'm deemed positively. So that means I am accepted by the NCR. So with all that done, I think that is more than enough for one part. And next time, I hate the fact that I even have to say this. Next time, I'm going to be doing Come Fly With Me, which is a terrible idea because it's a tight, dark, complex level filled with fast-moving ghoul enemies. However, obviously I only had 2 stealth boys at the beginning of this part, and I've had to use one of them inside the Brock Flower Cave. And that means I need to get more stealth boys, and this is one of the best sources of stealth boys in the early game, at least until I get beloved enough by certain factions who might give me stealth boys occasionally. But for the moment, yes, this is going to be my best source of stealth boys, and I need stealth boys. Stealth boys are my lifeblood. They're the only reason I managed to get the Rat Slayer, and that's a fantastic weapon that I desperately needed, and they'll almost certainly be needed for all sorts of other things I haven't even thought of yet. but they'll be essential for all sorts. So I need to do that. I need to go and get stealth boys. And I know there's, I think, at least 4 I know the location of internally that are quite easy to get. There's probably even more. So that is what I need to do next time. Next time, Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once, I have to go to the rep contest site and clear that place out. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once with The Long Road to Novac. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Alex Mason, the man who can literally run as fast as a speeding truck. Okay, physics engine. I think we need to talk. Let's do it. This is going to be badass. This is going to be badass. And through here. And run. Run.